You want to use our compression calculator, and how to make this I will show you now. And we have a video how to make this physically, how to liter the engine. About this we have made a video which is here. So the easiest way to get to the compression calculator is over the front page. If you just scroll to the bottom of the page to the footer area, big foot. So we have the calculator for the injectors, and here's the compression calculator. So we go there. So we have some text written here, how to use it. And also underneath I'm explaining a bit what to find, some examples for the best compression to find. And here we go. So I recommend to look first for your engine code. If you find it in our list, let's take as an example HGU, the classic 1.8 Mark IV engine. So all the values will be already written here. These are the base values which are from the database now. So the stroke 86.4, the bore. So this is the basic from the engine which is coming from a Volkswagen like this. And this should be the compression ratio, which is also shown here. But this is theoretical. It's not the real value. If you want to find the real value, you have to liter the engine. It's mandatory. There is no other way to find the correct compression ratio. And even if you get a stock engine and if you measure these values, you will never get this compression. So already from the factory, the compression is not correct. This is just a hint, so you know. The piston protrusion, so this I will always keep at 0. Don't get nervous by this value, just keep it as it is. Nevertheless, the piston is on top or higher or lower because we are measuring the capacity on these both areas. That's the stock thickness of the head gasket. I will show you later. And diameter of the head gasket, this is also not very important. If you change this to A3, you can play a little bit around. So you see it's not changing very much. We keep it as it is for the moment. And then that's the two fields which are mandatory or most important. That's the capacity of the piston, which you liter in the piston. Let's say we had 7.2 on cylinder 1, for example. Just push enter. And for example, you have skimmed the head. So here we end up in 42. And you see we have a compression of nearly 9. Now we can go and play around with the head gasket. We have the head gaskets in 0.1 steps. So let's, for example, check if you get 1.3, what will change there? It's not enough. So I think it's more like 1.8. Enter. So you see 1.8. If you want to be on the safe side, I would recommend to go for 2 millimeter. So 8.42 in compression rate. If you want to reach, for example, 8.5, which is a good value for this engine, depending on the boost, of course, and fuel. So the head gasket you can purchase from our shop. If we don't have 2 mil on stock, as I said, you can, for example, go for 1.9, which will be also safe, or 2.1, because you see it's not changing a lot. As I said in the beginning, these values are most important because the calculation is based on those values. Make sure you have these values correct. If you don't have the engine code listed here, for example, we go here and put reset, for example. So you have to start from a blank value. You see we have 6-cylinder, which will be for VL6 engine, for example. Make sure you have the correct cylinder. We put here 4, and let's say we, for example, have made this 1.8 engine to a stroker with our stroker crankshaft. So we have 92.8 here, and the bore is 82.5. This will be the same, and you see we are already dropping much in the compression. So then again, these values need to be checked. You see this change to 56. I go back to 42. And here we had, for example, 7. You see we are far too high if we want to go to 8.5. So the head gasket must be something like, I would say 2.5 maybe. Let's try this. Play around with the head gasket. And then you know which value to take, which head gasket to buy in the end. That's the final step, to buy the head gasket. And you see 8.6 if we have a 3mm. If we go for 3.2, we are nearly there. So that's it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, and enjoy the compression calculator on our website. Bye bye.